Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining again to this AppScan Tuesdays. As we did already 4 sessions every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm here with some esteemed guests talking about AppScan, new stuff about AppScan or old stuff about AppScan, some tips and tricks. It's kind of a show and share. And today with me, I have Billy Weber. Hi, Billy. Nice to have you on the show.
Hi.
Um, Billy is the product manager in charge of AppScan Standard, AppScan Enterprise, and basically the DAST portion of AppScan. Billy has been with AppScan since how many years, Billy?
Close to 20.
Close to 20 years. And she's seen everything there, coming from Sanctum and Watchfire and IBM and now HCL. She has a lot to share, and we are going to talk a lot about AppScan today. So, Billy, what are we going to talk today about? AppScan Standard or AppScan Enterprise?
Okay, basically we'll talk about the DAST engine capabilities.
Okay.
Sorry, that we introduced in AppScan version 10. This is a major release that we released in last March. So I'll talk about some of these capabilities, and I also show a short demo.
Yeah, live demo as usual.
Yeah.
Things can go wrong with demo, but so far, knock wood, we didn't have any big serious issues except from some audio issues. So maybe we just jump into it, Billy?
Yeah, no problem. So
I'm
let me
showing you.
share.
Yeah, I'm showing you screen now.
Okay, great. So here I'm listing 4 of the high-level and the important capabilities that we introduced in our DAST solutions in AppScan version 10. Our focus in this release was on speed of scans and accuracy of scans. And so the first 2 capabilities, test optimization and incremental, the goal for those are mostly about speed of scan, making the scans much faster. And the other 2, the machine learning, automatic rolling, and improved accuracy, they are focused on improving the coverage and the accuracy of the scan. Okay, so let's start with the first capability, the test optimization. This capability, I will also demo it, so stay tuned. Okay, the goal, as I mentioned, is to reduce the scan time, make the scans much faster. We hear it a lot from customers. They want to do frequent scanning, both for frequent DAST scanning, and they want the scans to be much faster. They want to integrate it into their DevOps, into development environments, and they want fast results. So this is the first goal of these capabilities. This capability. So with this, we reduce the scan time by focusing on tests with highest probability of success. We take into consideration also the severity of those. What we did is that we used analysis that is based on many scans that we have in our cloud environment, and we analyzed them, and we created a kind of a formula and algorithm to take into consideration both the probability of being found in real life applications and also the severity of those. And then based on this algorithm, we decide which test to send in different levels of the optimization. As part of this capability, we have a slider with 4 options, and I will cover them in the demo. The next capability is incremental scanning. This is another new exciting capability that we introduce, and the goal again is to have quicker scans. The idea here is to analyze the differences, to identify changes in an application when we compare the new application to previous one. We compare the explore phase of the application, and we identify the changes in the application, and we test on only those. We can also retest previously found issues. By doing that, the scan is very focused only on the changes and is very quick. Yes, Aitan?
Yeah, and I remember that we first talked about this, and I heard about the research that was done. It was really exciting. I mean, this is groundbreaking potentially on the dynamic side, and I've included in the description for this video here another video that we recorded before, a demo of how it is done today with AppScan Standard, and I believe this is just the start for us, right? It's a whole new journey
Yeah.
that we are going to follow here.
Yeah, in version 10, it's our first release of incremental scanning, and we plan to continue and enhance it.
Yeah.
This capability is available in AppScan Standard and also in AppScan Enterprise as part of the API. The test optimization is available in all our DAST solutions, Standard, Enterprise, and AppScan on Cloud.
Exciting.
Yeah. The next capability I want to mention is what we call machine learning-based automatic crawling. And the idea here is to optimize the crawling of large applications and to use machine learning for that. What we do is that when we scan large applications, and generally in every scan, we have already mechanisms to identify pages that are similar to other pages that we saw. Because we, for example, if we have an e-commerce application, we don't want to scan similar pages again and again. For example, if it's a catalog of many products, it's enough to test a few of those.
Yeah, because in security we care about the functionality and not the content. So testing a shirt and testing a coat will be the same for us from the security side.
Yeah, exactly. And we have several mechanisms to identify it for a long time. The new thing that we did in this release is to try and identify those similar pages even before calling them, even before questing them. So, and for this, we use machine learning. We use different characteristics of the pages and the actions that we do, and then we try to predict which page will be new or interesting one to test, and which one will be very similar to one that we saw before, and then we can skip it. By doing that, we improve significantly the efficiency of the automatic Explorer. And this is focused on action-based Explorer, action-based crawling.
Yeah.
And I hope that you are familiar with this technology, which is very unique and very powerful, but we can talk about it in a different time.
Yeah, I think that one of the cool things about here is AI and machine learning are buzzwords. People are like to throw them around, but here and it's hard to deduct from one web application to another. So here the machine learning actually learning on the fly from actions done and the pages coming back. So it's a cool thing. It's a new technology. Again, will help us cope better with more Angular heavy pages, websites and such. Really exciting.
Yeah, and in the next release that we are currently working on, which is will be 10.0.1, we are continue to improve the action-based automatic crawling to have even better coverage. So this is very strong and powerful technology that we have.
Yeah, this is coming later this month, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. We are getting close, so we have 6 minutes. Let's go quickly because I want to see the demo.
Yeah, sure. So, and the fourth item in this list, which is meant specifically for improving our ability to test out-of-band vulnerabilities. Mm-hmm. So, AppScan already had the ability to test out-of-band vulnerabilities, but we added a new technology, a new component that we call AppScan DNS in order to do it. And the results are expected to be much more accurate than before. In version 10, we support remote code execution, XSE, and SSRF using this new component, where SSRF is a new test that we just added. And in future releases, we plan to add more tests to use this component.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. So now let's move to the demo. So in the demo, I'll show test optimization and another capability that we call AppScan Connect. Let me move into AppScan. Okay, I'm moving. This is AppScan Standard, which is the tool for security professionals. It is a powerful tool, and I hope you're all familiar with it. And I'm going to create configure a scan here in AppScan Standard, but run it in AppScan on Cloud. And let me show you. So I'm going to create a new scan. Before I go to configure the scan, I have this new option here called AppScan Connect. In this screen, you can configure your connection either to AppScan on Cloud or to AppScan Enterprise. So here I configured AppScan on Cloud, and with this green mark, you can see that I'm already connected, which is great. Now I'm going to create a new scan. I'm selecting to scan a web application, and I'm going to scan our demo application, which is called Demo Test Firenet. This is a wizard, a short wizard that we are using. There is a lot of other configuration items that we will not get into in this session. So I configure the URL. In this screen, we can configure the login for the application.
Yeah, Cody showed us last week. So
yeah, so Cody showed the recorded login, which is usually the recommended one. Because I want to skip this, make it shorter, I just use the automatic option. Sorry. And I'm clicking next. Here I'm selecting the test policy, which defines which test will be sent. And here I get to the test optimization configuration. As I mentioned before, we have here 4 levels. The default level is what we call fast level. And we think that this is the best in many cases. With this option, the test stage will be about twice as fast compared to no optimization at all. And the reduction in findings, we say that it's up to 3%, but in our testing, we saw that it's really very close to 1 or 0%, which means almost no loss of findings.
Yeah, and this is based on real-life applications, right?
Yes.
What we see on the cloud, that the actual customers are testing and not benchmark applications and testing and such.
Yeah, thank you, Eitan. That's important comment, because in benchmark applications, they include a lot of vulnerabilities that don't really exist in real-life applications. And if you use this option, you will not find them. So we have this no optimization, which means that we send everything as configured in the test policy. And it's also recommended before, big deployment, things like that. Fast, as I mentioned, is the default option. And we have the faster and fastest options are the options that are much faster and are recommended for frequent scanning. So it can be good for development teams, for QA teams, for DAST scans that are done during DevOps. With the faster scan, the test stage will be up to 5 times as fast, with reduction of about 15% in the vulnerabilities that are found. And with the fastest option, it will be up to about 10 times as fast for the test phase, with a reduction of up to 30% in the vulnerabilities that are found. Right. So you can try it and see what's best for your use case. Yes, Aida?
That's the key. I think that's the key. It's very easy to test, as you can see. Just pick it and press next and launch the scan, compare the results, evaluate, and we give the power to the people. Developers will test, or builders will test based on what they find there is needed. I mean, what they want to automate, they want to get the value, they choose.
Yeah. Okay. So now I selected this option. I'm clicking next. I'm not going to scan it now. There may be different reasons. Maybe I'm the security expert that configure many scans and I want them to run in parallel in the cloud. Or maybe I'm doing the configuration for a development team. They don't know how to configure, so I'm doing it for them. And then I want it to be scanned in the enterprise, in AppScan Enterprise or in the cloud version.
So Billy,
So
just let's run fast because we just ran
yeah,
out of time.
okay. So I'll
Yeah.
finish here. Then I'm going to this new menu called AppScan Connect, and I can create a scan in AppScan on Cloud or in AppScan Enterprise. I can also create a template and upload results. I will now create a scan in AppScan on Cloud. I select an application to put the scan in. I give it a new name. Demo scan, and I now upload it. If I go to AppScan on Cloud and refresh, I can see the new scan was created and running.
Yeah.
Just a second. It's reloading. Yeah, I have it here. And just I'm going back to AppScan. Now when the scan is done, this is also a very new and useful thing, I can open it directly from AppScan Standard, either from AppScan on Cloud or from Enterprise. I'm going to my scans. I select the scan that I ran before because this one is not finished yet. And now the scan is being downloaded into my machine and being opened directly in AppScan Standard.
I just want to emphasize, thank you, Billy, for this. I'll go back to see us instead of the demo. I think that the very important piece, and I apologize for the audience for running out of time, just in the webinar that Colin, Rob, and Chris had now, they were talking about the importance of automation and audit and governance. And I think this is a key thing for audit and governance, right? We first, security experts, as you can see, as you showed, can configure the scan and make it available for the developers to automate so they will know what they automate. And at the same time, you can see what happened and download the results and evaluate the value of that scan. And it's not just a checkbox that we did. We actually provided value. So thanks you very much, Billy, for joining. Next time, next week, please join us. Peter Lee from our Tech Advisors team will be here. We will talk about AppScan Source, and he will show different ways on how you can bring source from Java applications into scan it with AppScan Source. So thanks everyone for joining. Bye-bye. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.